Hi friends, I Srinath Pandav welcome you all to CSE Specialist. Today's topic is Union and Territories. In this topic, we learn about Article 1 to Article 4 of Indian Constitution. Let's discuss these articles in details. Article 1 of Indian Constitution says India as Union of States. In Indian Constitution, there is nowhere word federation has been used. Ambedkar giving clarification on Union of States says we have used word Union of States instead of federation because Indian Union was not created as a result of signing an agreement between states, but as a result of union being disintegrated into different state component. Article 1 says India is Union of States, and for this Ambedkar gave clarification that we have used word Union of States instead of federation because Indian Union was not created as a result of signing an agreement between states, rather as a result of union being divided into different state components. To understand this statement, we should know the models of state formation. There exist two models. One is American model or integration model, and the other one is Canadian model or disintegration model. Here, India follow disintegration model. The American model or integration model states that the states or provinces come together to form union by having agreement or by signing an agreement. For example, consider this as a union. There are various states. These states or provinces come together to form union by signing an agreement. Here, union and states signs the agreement, and this model is followed by USA. Whereas disintegration model or Canadian model says that there is a union, and from union the states are been carved out, and this model is followed by Canada and also by India. Hence we can say that India is indestructible union of destructible states because the union is strong and we cannot alter any union, but we can alter the states. Hence we can say that India is indestructible union of destructible states, whereas US is said as indestructible union of indestructible states. Here neither the union can be destructed nor states can be destructed. Hence it remains as it is. Whereas in India the union remains same, whereas the states can be altered. Here Ambedkar said that we have used the word union of state instead of federation because Indian union was not created as a result of signing an agreement between states, but rather as a result of union being disintegrated into different state components. Hence the signing an agreement is done by the USA, whereas in India it is a union of states where the states can be destructed. Now let us look the difference between the word union and territory. The word Union of India is narrower than the word territory of India. Why the Union of India is narrower and why the territory of India is broader? The Union of India just includes states, and whereas the territory of India not only includes states but also UTs or any other territory that might be acquired through various means like capture, gift from other country, and purchase. Hence, the territory of India is broader term than the Union of India. The territory of India includes states, union territories, and any other territory that has been acquired through capture, gift from other country, and purchase. To understand what exactly state means, if we consider the central government is at the top, where the head of the government will be the PM, then comes the state government and Union Territory. Here state government is headed by the CM, and below the state government there will be urban local bodies including Gram Panchayat and municipalities. And these union territories are directly controlled by the center. Hence, the Union of India just includes the state government, whereas the territory of India includes state government, union territory, and any other territory acquired by the India through capture, gift from other country, and purchase. Hence, I feel that you got the clarification of the union world and the territory world. Now, let's move to the Article 2. The Article 2 says that admission or establishment of new states. Here, Parliament may by law admit a territory into union or establish new states in India on such terms and conditions as it think fits. Hence, the Parliament has the power to make law to admit a territory into union or establish a new states in India. The Article 2 is about the addition of external territory. I am saying this, you can understand in the next article. To understand the Article 2, let's move to the Article 3. The Article 3 says that formation of new states and alteration of areas and boundaries, the name of existing states. That is, formation of new states and alteration of areas and boundaries, or alteration of name of the existing states. This is what the Article 3 says. There are clauses in Article 3. Article 3 clause A says that Parliament may by law form new state by separating territory from any state, or by uniting two or more states or part of states, or by uniting any territory to part of any states. Considering this as a state, hold this as a union, there are various states. So the Article 3 clause A says that Parliament can make law, and by this law they can form a new state by separating a territory from any state. For example, this is a whole one state. Here the Parliament can make law and make another new state. So this one state is created as two states, or by uniting two or more states or part of states. For example, this is a one state, this is a state, another state. So here they can unite whole state, or just a part of it can be made as a part of another state, or by uniting any territory to part of any state. The Article 3 clause B says Parliament may by law increase the area of any state. For example, here it is a state. Parliament can make law and increase the area of the states. And Article 3 clause C says that Parliament may by law can diminish area of any state. So here the Parliament can make law and reduce the area of any state. And Article 3 clause D says that Parliament may by law can alter the boundaries of any state. And Article 3 clause E says that Parliament may by law can alter the name of any state. Let's have a look on the Article 3. The Article 3 says about the formation of new states and alteration of areas and boundaries, or alteration of the name of the existing states. The Article 3 clause is that Parliament may by law form new state by separating the territory from any state or by uniting two or more states or part of states, uniting any territory to part of any state. Article 3 clause B says that Parliament may by law can increase the area of any state, and Article 3 clause says that Parliament may by law can diminish area of any state, and Article 3 clause D says that Parliament may by law can alter the boundaries of any state, and Article 3 clause D says that Parliament may by law can alter the name of any state. If we see the Article 3, it is within the territory of India. That may be increasing the area or diminishing the area, altering the boundaries or altering the name of any state. So it is within. So let's look the difference between Article 2 and Article 3. Article 2 mainly deals with adding the external territory to India. So it is from outside. Whereas Article 3 here making alteration to the already existing territory. Hence it is within the territory of India. I feel that you got the difference between the Article 2 and the Article 3. Example, for Article 3, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, the states has been bifurcated in 2014 and it happened within the territory of India. Then Article 4. Article 4 says that any law or bill brought under Article 2 or Article 3 is not considered as constitutional amendment under Article 368. Rather, it is considered as the simple amendment. The amendment topic is covered in the will be covered in the next video lecture in detail, where we can see the simple majority, special majority, and special majority plus consent of half of the states, effective majority, and others. Here you just have to understand that under Article 4 it is not considered the constitutional amendment under Article 368, rather it is a simple amendment. The important fact of Article 3 is the bill under Article 3 needs prior recommendation of President, and President should refer the bill to concerned state legislature for their views. For example, if Andhra Pradesh state has been affecting through this bill, then the President shall refer the bill to Andhra Pradesh. But the views of the state legislature, that is Andhra Pradesh state legislature, just is not binding on the President. But President can take the views of the state. There happens a famous Berubari Union case 1960. Berubari is an territory in India, and this was been given to the Bangladesh by India. That is, India is giving this territory to the Bangladesh, and this has been challenged in the court. In this case, the question came that whether Union government can cede a territory to another country without Parliament's approval. That is, whether Union government can give the territory to another country without Parliament approval. Here, Supreme Court clarified that whenever India is ceding its territory, it requires approval by Parliament under Article 368. But if India is adding external territory to India, then there is no requirement of 368. Rather, center alone with simple majority can do this. In this Berubari Union case 1960, Supreme Court clarified that when India is ceding a territory, that is giving its own territory to other country, it requires the approval of Parliament under Article 368. But when India is adding the territory to India, the center alone can do this. Now, let us see the evolution of states in India. British followed fourfold classification, that is Viceroy or center. Then comes the province, Chief Commissioner Princely, Andaman and Nicobar. But after independence, India followed same fourfold classification as Part A, Part B, Part C and Part D. Part A is about provinces, that is British India. Part B with the princely states with legislature. Part C is Chief Commissioner provinces plus some princely states. And Part D only contains Andaman and Nicobar. This is what the fourfold classification that have been adopted by India after independence. Very soon, some section of society started demanding linguistic division of state, and due to the huge demand, the committee has been set up, and in 1948, S.K. Dhar committee was appointed to look into need of reorganization of states. And S.K. Dhar committee recommended that reorganization of state should be based on administrative convenience rather than linguistic lines. That S.K. Dhar committee recommended that reorganization of state should be on administrative convenience rather than the linguistic lines. But this created further anger among various sections of society, and to pacify them, the government appointed another one committee in December 1948, that is JVP committee. Jawaharlal Nehru, Vallabhbhai Patel and Pattabi Sitaramaya committee. Hence it is called as JVP committee, and committee submitted its report in 1949, and this committee rejected the idea of reorganization of states on linguistic basis, as this committee felt that reorganization of states on linguistic basis might lead to secessionist tendency. That is, today demanding the states on linguistic basis, tomorrow they can demand the states on separate lines. Hence there was a fear among this committee that there may exist the secessionist tendency. But the protest further intensified, especially in Andhra Pradesh, where Andhra Pradesh peoples were demanding separate Telugu speaking area from Madras state. This protest was led by Potti Sriramalu, and he started fasting, and on 56th day fasting ultimately led to the death. And this intensified protest ultimately led the government to create first linguistic state of Andhra Pradesh in 1953. And after this, government appointed third committee in 1953 under chairmanship of Fazal Ali. The chairman was Fazal Ali, and members include K.M. Pannikar and H.N. Hunjru. And this committee, Fazal Ali committee, recommended that whole country to be divided into 16 states and 3 union territories. And it also said that language can be one of the basis for administrative convenience, but rejected idea of one language one state. Finally, Government of India in 1956 brought State Reorganization Act, which divided country into 14 states and 6 union territories, and the Fazal Ali Committee recommended the formation of 16 states and 3 union territories. So in 1953, Andhra Pradesh was formed, and later 1960, Bombay was divided into Gujarat and Maharashtra, and in 1961, Dadar and Nagar Haveli made a union territory by 10th Constitutional Amendment Act. In 1963, Nagaland was created, and in 1966, Punjab divided into Punjab, Haryana and Chandigarh. Punjab is mainly for Sikh speaking people, and Haryana consists of largely Hindi speaking people, and Chandigarh made as a union territory and common capital. And in this year only, Himachal Pradesh was made as union territory. And in 1969, Meghalaya state has been created, and in 1971, Himachal Pradesh given the statehood. Tripura and Manipur, they were also converted from UT to states. And in 1975, Sikkim was created. In 1987, Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh, and also in 1987, Goa became state from UT. And in 2000, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand and Uttarakhand was formed. And in 2014, Telangana was carved out of Andhra Pradesh. And in 2019, Jammu and Kashmir converted to 2 union territory of J&K and Ladakh. And on the same year, that is 2019, Dadar and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu merged into single union territory. Just have a recap, friends. In union and territory, we have seen the Article 1 to Article 4. Article 1 talk about the union. India is a union of states, and there is nowhere word federation has been used in the Indian constitution, and we see in the difference between union and territory of India word, whereas union is a narrower word and territory of India is a broader term. We see in the models, 2 models, especially the American model and Canadian model. American model is integration model and Canadian model is disintegration model, and we follow the Canadian model. Then we see in the Article 2, that is admission or establishment of new states, and it is mainly the addition of external territory. Then we looked upon the Article 3, that is formation of new states and alteration of areas and boundaries or alteration of name of the existing states. Here we have seen the Article 3 clause A, where Parliament has the power to make law to form a new state by separating a territory from any state or uniting 2 or more states or part of states, or by uniting any territory to part of any state. And in Article 3 clause B, we have seen that Parliament has the power to increase the area of any state, and in Article 3 clause C, that Parliament may by law can diminish the area of any state, and Article 3 clause D we see that Parliament can alter the boundaries of any state, and in Article 3 clause we say that Parliament may by law alter the name of any state. And next we have seen difference between Article 2 and Article 3, that is Article 2 mainly related about adding the external territory, and Article 3 mainly related altering the boundaries within the union. Then we looked upon the Article 4, that is amendments under Article 3 and Article 4 is not considered as constitutional amendment under Article 368. Then we have seen the Berubari Union case, that is whenever India is giving the territory, it requires a parliament approval under Article 368, but whenever India is adding the territory from external territory, there is the center alone can do it. Then we seen the evolution of states in India. First we have seen the British fourfold classification. Then after in independence, India followed this fourfold classification as Part A, Part B, Part C and Part D. And later, due to the demand of linguistic basis states, the committees has been formed. SK Dhar committee we have seen, that is administrative convenience is better than dividing the states on linguistic lines. Then JVP committee totally rejected the linguistic basis states and due to fear of secessionist tendency, but due to the huge protest, Andhra Pradesh has been created on linguistic lines due to the death of Sri Ramalu. Then after this, Fazal Ali Commission has been formed, and based on this, State Reorganization Act has been came into being in 1955. And lastly, we see in the state chronology, which states has been formed in which year. You have to just remember the chronology. Thank you friends. I feel I have made this lecture understandable. If you like the initiative, hit the like button, and to follow this channel, just subscribe. Thank you.